All right. Let's go over a little bit of a tutorial on how I work on some photos. So basically, I work on with 5 to 7 brackets exposures, and then I choose 3 when I want to work on layers, or if I want to go completely automated and use Photomatics and then bring it into a Lightroom. But in this case, in this tutorial, I'm just going to do a very easy 3 exposure layered into Photoshop. And let's just look at the screen. So sorry, I have a cold, so I may sound like a douche. I don't care. It's you people. You people are crazy. Alright, so we have this first exposure, second, third, fourth, and fifth. And from here, I have 3. I have the 3 that I want to use. So I'm gonna rank 1 star. I'm gonna click on in Lightroom the keyboard 1, and then I'm gonna select this, and I'm gonna right click the shit out of it, and I'm going to open as layers in Photoshop. And in Photoshop is where the magic happens. Who doesn't love Photoshop? I mean, it's fucking awesome. It's pretty legit. It's pretty legit. Alright, so let's make this a little bit bigger so it doesn't, because I know some some of you people are a little slow. I don't want to confuse you people. So I have my dark exposure here, my bright here at the bottom, so I'm just going to bring it up. I like to have my medium or base exposure at the bottom, and start working with my dark exposure first, because that's how I roll. So let me turn on my Wacom tablet, and this is gonna be fast and easy. That's what she said. And I'm just gonna create a mask over here, fill it in with black. I'm going to bring a brush, and I'm gonna give it a hardness of 0. I'm gonna bring the opacity to 10% and paint in white. So as you can see here, bringing a big brush, click once, right? So look, so it goes from there to there. I'm gonna do the same shit here. And the same here. I'm not go crazy on it. Maybe just like so. Alright, so let's see the before and after. So that's cool, you know. Tones down the overexposed shots of the light, and then I'm going to bring in the brightness in here, and I can see it, and this is where I can actually make it brighter. So when I bring it in, it'll be better. So what I'm going to do Command A, Command Shift A, and I'm gonna go to my camera raw. And first things, I always like to see what auto does, and it doesn't do much, but at least it's something, right? And I can go from here. So I use this as my template, and see, I want to bring in a little bit of the shadows. I want to bring in a little bit of, maybe not my whites, shadows. I'm gonna leave my contrast there, bring it in brightness just a tad, and now I'm gonna click OK. Alright, so as you can see, it's a huge difference now between that and this, but I don't want this. This is crazy. It's overexposed. Some douchebag people probably love it. I don't. Oh, look, check this out. This house had it was an old house, but it was $1 million old house. So trust me, it was pretty big. But some of the rooms have not been like utilized for years, because I think her kids are already like 40, 46. They have like older kids, so they have like, this is a grandparents' house, and they have all this old shit that they haven't gotten rid of, either due to memories or whatnot. But anyway, so now let's create a mask, and I'm gonna bring in a big brush. I'm gonna make sure that it's on hardness is on 0, opacity is on 10. You always want to start small and start painting the shit out of it. Start painting where you think it requires the brightness, and you want to bring it, like in here, and you do it little by little, Alright, so as you can see, we brought in enough light to make it look a little bit appealing. Alright, I had to go outside for a second. I have some people taking out some tree stumps and some shit like that in the house. Don't buy a house. Never buy a house. It's a pain in the ass. Alright, so let's look at it now. Alright, so that's normal. That's like a nice little image. We brought in the lights. And if we want to go in here, maybe 50%. I'm gonna paint back because it took away. I'm just gonna paint this back. When I painted the bright exposure, it hit a little bit of it. Now if I hit option, and I can see exactly what I'm talking about. See what I mean? Now I want to see what much you see. I didn't do much in there. Okay, good. So as you can see here, you can see the mask. You know exactly what I painted the most, and you can see that there is some sort of 1 point angle here. You know, you see a little X. Boom, boom, boom. Come on, Vladimir. As you can see here, you know, you have a little X, 1 point here. Well, it doesn't really show anymore. Anyway, you get the point. Okay, so now I'm gonna merge these mofos, create an image. I'm going to make sure that everything is aligned, because I say so. And now every now and then, you know, I didn't really feel like moving all the freaking furniture, so I just left it as is. I moved this chair just a little bit, but other than that, this is not a interior design shoot, so I don't really care much about it. Okay, maybe just a little bit this way. Now a little bit this way. Alright, so now as you can see, everything is leveled, everything is even Steven. So now it's time to work with, and we can merge it now. I don't give a shit. Now we can merge it. Save, Command J. Now I'm going to not work on lemons yet. I don't think it needs to work on lemons yet. I'm going to go to my human sat, and I'm gonna get rid of a little bit of this blue. Right, and if you do that, then you get rid of a lot of the other blue. So I want to get rid of this blue right here, but I don't want to get rid of this blue right here. So I'm just gonna click on the mask that I created, and I'm gonna click on my brush. I'm gonna click on 50%, and I'm going to brush the shit out of it. So now we bring back the blue that we took out. Now also bring it back here, bring it back here. If there was any blue here, then it brings it back. I know there was blue in this little carpet, but I got rid of the blue here in the file cabinet. See, and also a little bit in the bed, which is fine with me. That's cool. And you know, this is like a, what do you call it, a fire sprinkler. This house is all, like I said, it's huge. It's a huge house. But the thing is, when it comes to real estate, you know, things like this you cannot touch. You have to leave it. You have to leave that. You have to leave things that are part of the house. You know, if there was a stain in here, you have to leave that. You cannot Photoshop anything. That's real estate. Now, you know, they still pay me a lot of money for this because I'm making this house look pretty. But this is an old client of mine that gives me a lot of high-end houses that, even if they are high-end, if they have a vent here, I cannot touch it. You have to just leave it, you know. So anyway, so we got this going. So that's pretty legit. I'm gonna create another image. I'm gonna go to other, high pass, and let me see here. Radius of 1/4, and I'm going to overlay, and that should be good enough. And once I bring it into Lightroom, then I can crop it, merge those mofos, Command save S, boom, save, bring it into Photoshop. Let's compare, let's say this one with that one. So let's go here, that's the after, that's the before, that's the brightness one, and that's the after. Now I created, and this is very simple. I mean, it doesn't have to be crazy because it's not, like I said, it's not a high-end shoot, but I created my own little presets, which I call Vladdy presets, blah. And sometimes I use some of these, like at the end, you know, when I finish working. For instance, let's say I usually use this one, and it kind of gave me a little bit more contrast. See? So what I do is bring it down a notch, make it 0. That's cool. And then bring down the presence, the clarity, and then alright, and then no, I like it. I'll brighten it up just a tad. If you option and go up in your arrow, it goes more, it gives you a more finesse brightness or exposure or anything. It increases its values finer than going like a huge half step, you know what I mean, like a one step. It goes like half a step, or you know what I mean. Don't fucking make me talk. Okay, now I'm going to crop the shit out of this, and I'm gonna make it to where it is maybe like this, maybe like that, and maybe a little bit more. Put this down just a little bit. There you go. So we go from here to there. You can see, you know, you can see more of everything, you know, but everything, it's beautiful. Boom, 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 boom. Anyway, that's it, guys. And then you export, and you send it to your client, and you're good to go. Anyway, so that's it. I really hope that you enjoyed this little tutorial on how I very basic blend images together to where it looks badass. And I shaved today, by the way. That it looks badass, and it's deliverable as long as you know all the techniques on masking and color and your hues and saturation, how to color balance things, and how to crop, and maybe even always use guides. Okay, always use guides. Make sure that everything is straight. That's number one. I mean, you can shoot a crappy place, and as long as you use the guides and make it look, you know, that it's pointing somewhere, then you're gonna make an image look very pretty. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope Dallas loses this weekend. That's all I'm gonna say. See you later.